All Arkansas, all sports. It's more sports.
Hey, I hope everybody's having a good Friday night. What's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Thank you for joining us for this high school football recap show. We're going to take a look at some of the games going on throughout the state. We got some games finishing up right now, and we got some others that have already completed. And we've got an upset to talk about tonight. We've got a good one down in Little Rock Central with Pulaski Academy and Little Rock Central. They're still playing right now. That was a long first half. I saw a lot of that game. We're going to start, though, in 3A, talk a little bit about Mayflower, the Eagles, and their coach. Coach Emerson joins us now, Austin Emerson. Coach, welcome into the show. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having us.
All right, tell us about the Eagles tonight. How'd it go?
We did pretty well. We wound up winning 62-0. Our offense was clicking pretty good, and defense did a great job of shutting them down and pulled out the win on homecoming.
Well, that's a great way to celebrate homecoming. Talk about how you guys got started tonight, and it just kind of sounded like an avalanche once that the points started coming.
Yeah, our defense started off with a pick. We went down and scored, and our defense did a great job of just kind of shutting them down and giving us good field position. I don't think we had a ton of yards of offense. We did a good job of, just kind of always starting on their side of the field. And our defense is really good. Our D-line linebackers do a great job. Our DBs do a good job. And Coach Wofford does a good job with those guys. And then offensively, Carter Smith, he's doing a great job for us. He's dishing it out all over the place and making adjustments on the field that I can't quite see as well. And he'll change it and get me in a good play, which helps.
How do you feel about your team after a couple conference games?
Man, I feel like we're clicking pretty good. We've got some talent right now, which is nice to have. We're about to be tested next week by Melbourne. They gave us a good game last year. I think it was 13-10. So we're I don't know. I don't know how I feel yet. It feels good, but it's like, I don't know. It's just it's a weird feeling of hoping we stay healthy and keep things going in our way.
Well, you move to 5-0 with this victory tonight and 2-0 in conference play. I saw where Atkins was winning big earlier. Salem's already got a victory tonight, so they remain 5-0. What do you think about the rest of your conference?
Man, our conference is it's a tough one. There's Quitman's good, Melbourne's good, Salem, Atkins. Mountain View's got some tough kids. Yellville, they're kind of struggling with some injuries right now. But man, there's some good teams in our conference. I haven't jumped down the rabbit hole of who all can go where and all that stuff. I'm kind of a weird dude, man. I come to the field house and go home and just worry about one day at a time. So
just put your nose down and work.
Yeah, when it's season time, it's go home Saturday, hang with the family, Sunday back to work and get after it.
Well, after putting up 63, is that what you said?
62.
62 tonight. Did you have some stars that racked up some big numbers for you?
Yeah. I don't know what all the numbers are. I haven't even looked at those yet. We just got done cleaning up the field and all that stuff a minute ago. But I think Carter threw a few touchdowns. Tanner Reed caught a big one early on for us. He hit a post route beautifully. Marcus Phillips, he came in the second quarter and did a good job for us. Trey Williams ran the ball like an animal. He's so tough offensively and defensively. He's our Mike linebacker, really good. And when you can hand it to a guy and it guarantees you 5 yards, it's kind of nice.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you getting us started tonight. Congratulations on the victory and best of luck the rest of the way in conference play.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it.
You bet. It's Austin Emerson joining us. Mayflower comes out with the victory tonight, and they keep their record absolutely perfect. Let's take a look at some of the other things I can share. Let's see here. We've got a couple coaches calling in. We'll wait just a second. Let me share. Let's take a look at one of the games I know that's still going on right now. Pulaski Academy is taking on Little Rock Central, and our good friends at the Natural State Sports Network, they do a fantastic job. And this game was actually tied at 42, and Pulaski Academy had back-to-back scores and now make it 3 scores in a row. So they're going to pull out the victory over Central. They're up 63-42, and there you see about 4 minutes left in the game. So Central actually tied this game on a pick 6. It was 42-42, and it's homecoming for Central, and that place was going nuts. And there was a lot of celebrating going on, but it was still early in the third quarter. And PA was able to bounce back, drove down the field, and scored a touchdown to retake the lead. Let's talk a little bit about Searcy now. Zach Clark is joining us, head coach of the Lions. Coach, welcome in. Congratulations on the victory.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, Wes.
What was I was keeping up with it while I was watching some of the other games. What was your final?
56-12, I believe, 56-12.
Got to feel good about the way your Lions are playing.
We're playing well. We have a bunch of good kids that just are extremely competitive, and it's fun going to practice. They don't need a whole lot of motivation. Certainly not on Friday nights, and certainly not at our place. It's really an electric environment. My hat's off to the crowd, the band, the PA guys. I mean, it's really impressive, and it's a whole lot of fun to play at home.
Who are some of your stars tonight?
We had so DeAndre Shockley had an interception. He actually returned 2 punts for touchdowns. One of them was called back, but he did have the one. Bryson Thompson blocked a punt, and I think he caught a touchdown. Jackson Smith caught 2 touchdown passes. Jacob Miles threw 3 and ran for another one, our quarterback. And then, our defensive line and linebackers continue to just play outstanding, especially against the run this year. And it's a whole lot of fun when you're going into the game, you're going to get some stops.
Next week, you hit the road, go to Jacksonville. We'll take on Reggie Swinton's team. What have you seen out of Jacksonville?
I haven't seen much. I don't work ahead too much. I haven't seen him, but we saw him in team camp, and it's the best. We played Jacksonville, I think, the last 4 years that I've been here, and it's the best Jacksonville team by far that I've seen. They've got they got the ball kid at running back that's really good. They've got a couple of offensive linemen that can play for anybody, and they have a lot of weapons. I don't know. You look at their scores; they're starting to figure it out. I don't know how tonight went. I know they had Robinson, who's outstanding, but I look for it to be we're going to have to play 4 quarters. We're going to have to play well, and we go on the road. And that's a tough place to play. It's a nice stadium, but the 1 year, we had to play there. It's just, it's a different. I mean, you go on the road, you don't know how we're going to handle it, and it should be a good game next Friday.
I just looked it up. Robinson ended up winning 42-7, but It was closer earlier in the game.
Right.
And Jacksonville was giving them a fight. Coach, what is it you need to keep working on, improving between now and towards the end of the season?
The big thing, I think we're in the mix as far as, we're certainly talented enough. We play hard enough. But the teams that win in the playoffs are teams that continue to get better each and every week. And, if there's one thing, we're penalized way too much. We've cut down, but we need to, we need to play cleaner in that aspect. And then, we had 2 fumbles tonight that, obviously credit Watson Chapel, but I think we've lost 4 fumbles on the year, and that's 4 too many. And so, we're going to have to continue to improve. We're going to need to cut down on our turnovers and penalties.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the victory.
Hey, thanks, Wes. Appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, you bet. Good stuff. Thanks, Coach. Zach Clark joining us, head coach there of the Searcy Lions. Let's take a look at the scoreboard while we got a second and wait for a couple more coaches to join us. We'll take a trip over to the Hootens.com and look at the First Security Bank's scoreboard. There we go. We'll start out in 7A. Conway, 31-7, your final over North Little Rock. I get to watch North Little Rock last Thursday night, like a lot of people across the state. Charging Wildcats under Brad Bolding in his first year, much improved, a much better team. And they gave Conway a pretty good battle tonight. Speaking of good battle, Little Rock Christian, I believe they got it to 21 all. Maybe it was 28-21. And then Bryant pulls away. We'll see if we can get Coach Sanders on here. I'll shoot him a text and get him to tell us about this game. 49-21 your final. And Little Rock Christian last year wasn't even able to put up a touchdown, but this year, very interesting game. Cabot, no problems over Southwest, 38-0. There's the PA score. Actually, I think that game is, let me flip over on, take a look at YouTube. 63-42, PA is up with 1:47 to go. So looks like Pulaski Academy has got that one under control. And let's move to the West now. And I just got a text. Bentonville West, they roll over Springdale, 49-12. Bentonville, 34-0 over Northside. No surprises there. Rogers, that was the text I just got from a friend at the game. And Rogers blocked an extra point with 26 seconds left to win. 56-55 is your final. Rogers beats Fayetteville on a blocked extra point attempt with 29 seconds left in the game. Harbor, no problem with Rogers. Heritage tonight, 35-3 is your final there. We'll get back to the scoreboard here in a few minutes. Let's talk to another coach. Let's head out. I was just talking about Bryant, and Quad Sanders joins us now. Coach, watched a little bit of the Little Rock Christian Academy and Hornets game on YouTube, and tell you what, the Warriors gave you guys a fight, and you pulled away and finished strong.
Well, man, that's exactly what you expect when you got a good team with a lot of talent and a good coaching staff. They played extremely hard. They made the most of every opportunity that they were given, and we didn't so much. We missed a lot of opportunities, not taking anything away from them. They did exactly what they were supposed to do, exactly what they were coached to do.
Coach, what was the difference there at the end when y'all pulled away? I think maybe you scored 3 straight touchdowns at the end to pull away.
Well, we made the most of opportunities. We dropped the interception for a touchdown in the first half. We came back and we got one in the second half. We didn't sustain drives in the first half offensively, but just because we would go away from what was given. We could run the ball, but then we would go away from the run game, and they had a great plan for the pass game, and so they executed better than we did, and then we just started executing.
What'd you think of your defense tonight? You gave up 21. I know your defense, and you're very proud of that group. How'd they play?
We learned what a good quarterback is like. That's the battle. He's good at escaping the pocket. He's good when he escaped the pocket. He's good at being in the pocket. He can make every single throw, and he's hard to tackle. And he showed that, So, I'm proud of the way we responded. But we got to make plays early against good players. And I don't think we did that very well in the first half. And he did a good job of protecting himself and protecting his team. But we got to be able to make plays against good players early in the first half because you'll get that. You're going to get that.
Coach, I think it was it Hodges in the first half, big long run. I saw that. I was watching at that time.
Yes, sir.
How'd your backs win the ball tonight?
Man, they all three had a great night. Going in, we knew we could run it. We thought we could run it anyway. And we just didn't know which one of the backs. And you never know. When you got 3 running backs, you never know who's going to be the workhorse. All 3 of them might end up being workhorses. And I think they all broke off long runs, which is good for us. It's good for us that we've got 3 that we can count on. And so I just have to go back and assess and see who played better. But they did a really good job running the ball and protecting the ball.
Coach, seems like even though you won and put up 49 points, you're not satisfied with tonight.
Well, man, we still had too many freaking penalties, it's like an ongoing thing. And I know I try not to count the effort penalties, but the pre-snap penalties, man, we just got to get out of. It seems like every week the defenses come in and they move and make a lot of noise, and we can't handle it, and it's going to be an ongoing thing to try to make us lose yards because we can run it so well. So they got to figure out a way to still. Yeah. Well, we've got to get used to that. So we got to dictate the tempo and not let them move so much, And then defensively, we play physical, but we just don't play smart. We got a couple of PIs tonight where whether they PIs or not, we got to be smart enough to get our hands off when we're supposed to get our hands off and be able to get back and play the ball, contest the ball without getting those flags. And because those will cost you in close games.
Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you for jumping on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the victory.
Appreciate it, brother.
That's Quad Sanders. Bryant wins 49-21 over LRCA. Let's keep it going. Coach up. Tyler Updegrove. O.T. Robinson. We were just talking with Coach Clark at Searcy, and we were looking at your score, and you guys got it done tonight. Good win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Proud of our kids. I thought we started the game real well. Deuce Williams took the opening play for I think like a 52-yard touchdown, and then we got the onside, scored a couple plays later, got the onside again, and then I'm kind of in the same boat as Coach Sanders. We're kind of making some dumb penalties right now that are costing us, and your worry a little bit is you don't want that to cost you in the playoffs. So we got some things to clean up.
Coach, I saw a little bit of the Pulaski Academy Central Tigers game. Same scenario. The PA got a couple onside kicks, and it was 23-0. But then the next thing you know, Central just kept coming back. How tough is that as a coach when it comes quickly and easily to keep the kids focused in, because it's a long game?
No, 100%. I mean, and that was when we actually had a deep ball on the first play after the second onside, and we just dropped it. So ours should have been 21-0, a minute and 20 in, and we drop it, and that's frustrating because then we get the penalties. And I didn't love the way that we came out the second half, and that's kind of been my challenge to our kids is how we come out of the half. And we were definitely a little complacent, and Coach Swinton's done a really good job with those kids and gotten them playing a lot harder. So they came out and gave the ball to the ball kid, and he ran hard, and obviously he was the focus of our attention because he's a great player. And so I just, we're going to really preach this week about, playing a complete game, no matter if we're subbing or anything like that. Our effort and our mindset's got to be there the whole time.
Talk to me about your defense, because you give up just the one touchdown tonight. You shut out Watson Chapel. Your defense came up huge against Lakeside. What have you seen out of your defense in the last 3 weeks?
I think the biggest thing is we've been super consistent. We've gotten, the Jonesboro game, we had some penalties and stuff like that were frustrating. But when we don't do things to hurt ourselves, we're really fast, and I just got some guys who are okay with inflicting some pain, and so that helps a lot. When you got a 4-year starter like Tank Reese at linebacker to get everybody set and everybody right, it's a huge deal. And then Big Pat in the middle kind of locks everything down. And then we've got 6 or 7 guys that we love in the secondary, so
I don't know,
that helps a lot.
I was trying to pull up some of the video, and that's actually some wrong video, but I'll come back to you and get to that in a little bit later. But
I'm sure Mop will love that.
Yeah, we'll save that for later. I thought I pulled up the wrong file, so that's on me. That's my mistake.
No, that's good. He'll give me a phone call later and harass me about it. But
we're still waiting on him. I don't know what's going on.
Well, that man loves to talk, so he's probably talking to somebody.
I have zero doubt that he will call in and join us on the show at some point. But
100%.
All right, let's talk about next week.
Yeah, we got Whitehall next week. They've obviously been struggling a little bit, but after I guess the bye week, I really just challenged our kids. The next 7 weeks of conference play, the focus needs to be on us, and that's no disrespect to anybody else. We're going to play some really good teams. Obviously, Coach Clark and Searcy are having a good season. Pine Bluff's defense is really good, and then Mop's got his guys going in the right direction after a couple tough losses. So, but I've just really pushed our guys to focus on us. We got to fix a lot of little things. Deuce probably had 200 yards tonight, and I was talking to my O-line coach and my offensive coordinator after the game, and they were like, "How did I don't feel really satisfied?" And it's because Deuce makes a lot of things right. And so we've got some things we need to clean up. We got some guys that I feel like honestly we need to push a little bit, or we need to play somebody else. And that's not a knock on our kids. It's just we've got talented kids, and if you're not doing your job to the standard that we've kind of set and the expectation, then we got to let somebody else have a shot at it.
Coach, I'll give you one guess who just joined the show. One guess.
Yeah, it's probably the short guy.
Hey, Coach, what's up, boy?
There he is. Yeah.
Hey, Wes,
I told him you were probably talking.
Do what?
What's that?
Ask him about last night.
Oh, they got us in junior high last night.
We got a good one coming up in how many weeks? 4 weeks? 5 weeks?
Week 10, baby.
Oh, week
5
10.
weeks. Yeah. 5 weeks.
Coach Up, congrats. We
I appreciate
appreciate
it. Congrats,
for
Mom.
joining.
Say hey to Coach Up.
Coach Up.
All right, Junior. Appreciate you, Wes. Congrats, Mom.
Hey, congrats, brother. You the man.
All right.
See ya. All right, Coach Mop. Tell me what happened tonight.
Oh man, defense balled out tonight, Wes. Really challenged them this week. We had some guys banged up, middle of the season. Everybody does, and I was rolling with 4 D linemen tonight only, and they played all night. I think Jordan Harris had 6 sacks. Just played an outstanding brand of football. They scored a touchdown with about 2 minutes left to break the shutout, but I thought the defense flew around and did a great job, and really proud of them. Jackson Hampton stepped up. Monster game at wide receiver, well over 100 yards and a touchdown. He did some really, really, really good things. And we had our other leading receiver out for the night, and Jackson stepped up in a big way and produced enough for both of them.
They sent me some highlights. Let me see what we have here. You can take a look at it also. Looks like a little screenplay, good blocking, little speed right there,
Yeah, I
Coach.
got you, man.
Gets into the end zone.
What's up, Evan?
Could you see it on your screen? Can you see the highlight, Coach Mop?
Because, man, I'm on it.
No, you
Working.
can't see it as well as I can.
You're partying.
We're just taking a look at some of the highlights of your game while you're
My stuff.